I figured I'd come outside this time. Why not? It's kind of nice. Little breeze. Anyways, oh, and we have a nice big huge yard. Inside, has some work that needs to be done, but the outside is so beautiful. About a little less than an acre, so it's pretty nice. Dogs are out here, so if you hear barking, I'll probably pause it. Oh, there goes one running to go bark at the neighbor. Anyways, I wanted to hang on. So I want to talk about the Universal Year Number 9 because I said I would talk about that in our decision that we made this year. So I think it was at the beginning of this year. Yeah, it was in January, and I've studied numerology before. It's been a while, and but I never really looked at the universal years, and I've started to really look at more broad things this year, which is really cool. So, I came across some stuff about the universal 9 year and how you go back 9 years ago and what you were doing, and if there are any mistakes you made or things that you'd like to correct, that this year is a year to do it. Well, long story short, my husband and I started a business back in 2007. It was really awesome. We didn't know it was economic crash with the housing and all that. It happened to be in construction, tile work. So we ended up closing the business the following year. We didn't lose out or anything like that, thankfully. But even though we had really good finances, we squandered them. I mean, we totally went out and we got credit and we bought all this stuff. We ended up losing everything, let's put it that way. Became homeless for years. We just finally moved into a house in March of 2015. So we've been here now a little over a year and a half, or going on a year and a half. Anyway, so at the beginning of the year, we talked about that. I talked about that with my husband. I mean, he's not spiritual in any sense other than himself, which is cool. So I had shared with him about what I had read and heard, and I said, we talked about where we were in 2007 and the 9 year cycle that we were in, because that's another thing. I wanted to learn about cycles and patterns, and at that point, I didn't really know much. So this was my first experience in working with a cycle, which was really cool, and our own patterns, our habitual patterns, which financially were just retarded. So, okay, so we made the decision to start building our credit, and I acquired just some really small things, credit accounts, so that we could build on that. Oh, and taking care of our finances because we wanted more money and stuff, but we just wanted $1 million dropped in our lap like everybody else. But how can you manage that if you don't learn the steps to manage? So, and I have a degree in accounting, and I mean, totally, I could do this stuff, but I really gapped it for years because of the fibromyalgia. My husband, and he loves to spend money. It's all good though. It is what it is. So we made the decision. We've been doing that, and I can say this is August now. Our his income has increased. I'm on disability, of course, that doesn't necessarily increase. But we've had a lot of breakthroughs financially in other ways too, in business. I mean, like the his friend who he works with in construction again, which is really cool, just not doing tile. They got in with one of the biggest custom home builders here in the Spokane area, which was really awesome. And then at some point, his boss wanted to make him partner, so he made him partner, and that's been, really cool. It's been up and down. I'm not gonna say it's all been easy, and we've had our hiccups, and learning to respond instead of react. We might react at first and then go, okay, that's the way I would have acted before, let me do something a little different. So seeing those patterns within ourselves and seeing the cycle. So I guess the way I look at it is there's a huge cycle and then there's a lot of patterns within that. I don't know, sounds good to me. So yeah, I can definitely say that a 9 year is the year for change, big time. Ending stuff that you don't want to continue on or restart in the next cycle. New beginnings in the same year. And we've been seeing this. So I just want to say, it's not too late. you know, we're almost at the end of August. If you happen to come across this video and you're in a 9 year, I mean, not personal 9 year, universal 9 year, awesome. Get on it if you haven't already. Otherwise, you know, it's all in your hands at either rate. I am going through a personal 7 year for myself, which last year was my 6 year, and I really didn't care for it that much. And I thought, no way am I going within even anymore because I've already done it. Yeah, no. Yeah, let me tell you, yeah, that I totally have gone within a lot more than what I thought. And I can thank some friends of mine for that. Had some friendships end earlier this year, and you know, I see now, I saw last week how much of a blessing that was actually, because even though I had been working on myself, there were still a lot of things I was not looking at within myself. I was still trying to fix everybody else outside of me. Anyways, I think that's good. We're getting on a little over 6 minutes. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and a little bit lighter scenery. And I plan on doing more because I'm kind of enjoying this. I think I like it better than writing, and besides, the writing just kills my hands. So have a good day. Later.